Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. Hey, how you doing tonight, Mace?
Hey, I'm okay. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. We're not gonna be before you long, but it was a good episode. I feel like Married to Medicine is keeping my attention. There was some parts I was screaming at the TV. There was some parts that made me cry. Like Married to Medicine will carry you through those emotions.
Yeah, to bring you up, down, all
I
around.
felt sad. I was laughing. I was hollering all in one episode. So it was a good episode. So let's get started with the mess. I got a lot to
Hey,
say.
Nola. Hey, Sweet Pea.
Thank you, Nola, for coming in on time. And Sweet Pea, thank you for liking the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. So first, the episode starts off with Anila being robbed, and we talked about what a violation it is last week of when someone goes into your personal property and take your things. I'm not trying to make fun of it because I've been through it. It's not a fun thing, but
It's
it's something that you can overcome. I overcame it by moving out, but you can't really move out of your house. Like you can, but you would want to stay in your house. You're not toying. You're not renting. You know, you bought the home, so you want to stay in your home. So I understand what she's going through, but at the same time, it's material things. All of those
yeah,
things can be replaced. Everything that was stolen from me, I got back.
yeah. You can get the things replaced, but it's just that sense of comfort and that invasion of privacy and the disrespect, and then you just feel like someone's always watching you. Like I would never feel comfortable if I knew that someone came in while I wasn't home. Uninvited.
Mhm.
Even if they didn't rob me, like sometimes people see, have cameras and see their like supers snooping around their around their house drinking their tea from the refrigerator. It's just that violation to feel like, oh my God, someone was here without my permission, touching my things, and like
It changes your outlook. It really changes your outlook on people, on safety. I stopped letting people into my home that I didn't really know. I really didn't like that anyway. But if I was having to get together, oh, you can bring your friend. No, you can't bring
No,
your friend unless I
right.
know. You can't bring nobody to where I live unless I know you personally and I trust you. Um, and personally, I understand how it goes. Kieran is adding security cameras in the house. I think he needs him outside the house. Really, it's good to have him in the house, but I feel like you're stalking me if you're watching me go from the kitchen to the bathroom, and I don't like being watched like that in the house. But if
Hmm.
you want to put cameras outside the perimeter, I could understand that more than cameras in the house.
Yeah, you need them inside, outside, and plus they have a large, grand, enormous house. Like you're gonna need those
Mhm.
cameras everywhere, and especially like even we see that it's a gated community, and although being a gated community, someone got through.
That don't mean nothing. People jump gates now.
Yeah,
Let's
but
not.
now they felt a sense of safety, like, oh, I'm in a gated community, and now you know that your space can still be invaded. Like, how safe
Well,
can you feel?
like I said last week, in Atlanta, crime has been going up, and a lot of celebrities have been getting
Hey,
robbed.
Cleo.
A lot of celebrities, a lot of people who flaunt their wealth on social media are getting caught up. We just saw a couple weeks ago a rapper. Well, I don't know if he was posting his money or anything, but he posted his location. People are out to get people. People are looking for a way up. You know, rent is high.
Yeah.
People
Do you
stealing.
think it's like a flirtation? How do you feel about people saying, well, they were flaunting their wealth?
I don't think they were flaunting their wealth, and I agree with Contessa when she said that I didn't see anything in the house that was like, oh my god, I wish I had that. You know what I mean? Anila liked her stuff. She liked having fashions. I don't think that they necessarily flaunted their wealth, in my opinion. Not
Yeah,
anyone everybody else does on the show.
yeah. But we see that, they feel like, maybe it could have been an inside job.
And that's what Anila was getting to, but Sweet Pea says, why did the show where the cameras were placed? Yeah, I mean, you're giving yourself away. I mean, I guess, if you hit this place again, we got cameras. For me, as a deterrent,
But now they know they're like, hey, just simply. So now, hey, thick girl. They're like, let's scale. We're gonna be against the wall, sliding against the wall. To avoid the cameras. Now we know where they're at.
right. And as a deterrent, you guys.
Well, hopefully he has some secret ones he didn't show us.
So as a deterrent to keep people away from your home, if you're concerned about being robbed or anything like that, or your safety, it does help. The smallest things do help. Like if you put a security sticker on your door or on your window that shows that you have a security system, most robbers will probably stay away from your home. I'm not saying it's a foolproof plan.
Right, you breaking up. I could barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
I could barely hear you.
Let me see. Can the chat hear me? Can anyone in the chat hear me? You saw the police report on Twitter. Up. Let me see if I'm breaking up for everybody. Is that yes, you can hear me, or yes, I'm breaking up? And is the sound okay? They said they can hear me. So what I was saying
was, I just
was certain things you can do to deter people from breaking into your home. You can get the security cameras, like he said, or I have the security sticker on my window. You don't necessarily have to have the system, but if you have the system, the sticker in your window or the little plaque that you put in your yard saying
you got the ADT, like
I have a security system. Or beware a dog beware sign. You don't even have to have a dog. Just have a beware dog sign. You'll be surprised.
You in the house, but somebody at your door, but you in the house, roof.
Mm-hmm.
Roof.
But all you got to do is make it inconvenient for them to rob you.
Right.
It's not a foolproof plan, but you got to make it inconvenient. Do not get on social media with those bundles of money and holding it up to your ear like it's a phone. I don't know who decided that was a thing, but don't have your money. Keep your money in your account, and just stop flaunting your wealth. I don't feel like Anila was doing that, in my opinion. And let's talk about this. Them blaming Toya. Anila said that she felt like she was targeted, and we all feel that way when we've been violated. We feel like woe is me. But Anila, you invited a lot of people into your home as well. Let's be clear. You've had multiple parties on the show where you invited a whole bunch of people to your house. And, who knows? The yard man might know somebody who wanted to hit you up.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe it's security people. Because you never know. It could be people that was working that get paid to protect you that's robbing you. Like, because they'll be the last one you suspect.
And it was wrong for them to accuse Toya. Toya wasn't really helping her case because she didn't have any sympathy for Anila, which I can understand. Because when I'm pissed with somebody, I'm pissed and I don't give a damn about you.
You done got wrong. Oh, well.
So I can get that. I can understand Toya's standpoint, but at the same time, it does not help your case. And I do feel like, especially Quad, was really reaching. Like, Quad and Toya really hate each other. I thought they just was frenemies, but they kind of hate each other. It seems like you don't even like each other at all.
Yeah, because they would. That's just a weird situation. You're in the same area. You're in the same circle. Like, where do we go from here? You're trying to insinuate that I had you robbed. Like,
I would feel Anila mama did it. She was mad that they were gonna kick her out.
She was like, you want to send me back.
I thought she was living in India. Y'all live in Savannah. Y'all should have took y'all butt home. Y'all should have been took y'all butt home. Y'all,
because why would y'all here? Y'all didn't even have to spend the night.
No, they could have just stayed for a day and then left and went home.
Right, it's not like you was cleaning, lady.
Just simply says that house got robbed again a couple months after the first robbery. So them security cameras didn't really do nothing in the house.
Oh, so they are brazen. They don't care. They like.
But like I said, the crime is really like up there, and people thinking, oh, Lennox is the spot to go to because people got money over there. you might not want to go to the places where people are flaunting money because that's where people are getting robbed in the parking lot at the mall.
Right. It seems like they're targeting them. Yeah.
They're targeting celebrities and people with money and influence in the city. And I don't even know what to tell you except for just try to mind your own business. Shop online.
Yeah, at this point, who knows? It could be the FedEx worker. They people, they got access to go through the
But if
gate.
they robbed you again, that means they didn't get all the stuff they was gonna get the first time. So they said, okay, we're gonna have to come back and get the rest of the stuff.
Right, or they waited till you to refill. Like, she should be refilled by now. Let's come get
But
the
you
rest.
also have to be street smart too. You can't really be out here, oh, we're in a rich neighborhood, so I'm gonna leave my doors unlocked. So I don't know the details of the robbery. But you gotta be careful. You always gotta be mindful.
And it's sad. You shouldn't have to walk around your house strapped. Like, because it's like you in the kitchen, like you got to stay strapped up because you don't know who's gonna invade your privacy or invade your space. Like, it's horrible.
Just simply says, yes, Quad was pissing me off these last few episodes. Quad has really been narcissistic. I mean, that's not unlike Quad, but I've really been seeing the narcissism in her, and I don't like narcissistic people. I try to stay away from them because it really ends up hurting you in the end because they can't see they're wrong in anything. A narcissist can never see that they're wrong, ever.
Mm-hmm.
They never agree or to disagree. They're always right. It's my way or the highway. Everybody got to watch me and celebrate me, but I can't be there for nobody else.
Yeah, well, she's there for who she wants to be there for.
They live in Milton.
She needs to sit down and have, Mason needs to sit Quad down and have a stern talking to her. Because I think Mason will get her together.
Is Milton South Georgia? Isn't that over there by Valdosta?
What you sipping on, Shady?
I got me some Crown. So just in case I get out of line, I've been sipping on Crown, so we're gonna blame on the alcohol. Cleo says Marlo is actually smart for having a panic room. I don't think she really had a panic room. I think she was just saying that. I think.
Where is this panic room? Like, did she really have a panic room?
I don't think Marlo is that efficient to have a panic room in her house.
Maybe she bought it with the panic room already there. Maybe
it could have been her shoe room. It could have been her extra shoe room. She's really narcissistic, so I'm pretty sure she put a lot of mirrors up. So I don't think it was a panic room. Marlo ain't smart. Don't give it to Marlo.
But you never know, because that panic room is a good idea. And I want to know, was it real? Now I'm curious to know, was it a real panic room? Like, I saw the movie.
Okay, let me look up Milton because I've heard of Milton before, but Milton is nowhere near Atlanta. I'm sorry. Milton, Georgia. Pull up this map. Oh, it's North Georgia. Okay, so I have an idea of where she lives, but it's supposed to be a nice area.
And this is where Neela lives?
Yeah, it's supposed to be north of the city. Anything north of the city is going to be considered nice. So it's like by Alpharetta. Okay. I'm probably like an hour and a half away from there. So did they move? Did they move out of that house? If they was robbed twice, I would move. Like if we keep getting robbed, I'm not gonna stay there no more.
Yeah, like, if they came back. And you know what's so crazy? And that's the house that they built up from scratch, right? They built up that house, I believe.
They recently built that house from scratch.
Yeah, that's just like I done put all this hard work, sweat, tears, money. Well, Anila did get all that furniture for free.
You spend that money to get out the hood, and you're not in the hood, but you're experiencing.
But you might as well. What you might as well be if you experience
the hood will come to you sometimes. It will. These days, the hood be coming to other people.
Right.
You don't have to be in the hood no more. It just come to you. But y'all need to be strapped. Y'all carry.
Right, because I'll be in the kitchen.
Georgia is a right to carry.
Right, I'm flipping pancakes with a holster on. Like,
I don't even like those, but I might consider getting one because these days people wilding, people
Yeah,
doing.
you just need protection because it's like people don't care. It's like a free for all.
Mm-hmm. So next we're gonna move on to Eugenia Cooking and teaching her son how to cook for her wife when she grow up. You got to teach them young so they learn how to cook and make the plates for their wife. When the wife has had a long day at the tennis court and you came home from work, you gotta come home and cook for
Right.
your wife, and you gotta cook for your family. So I thought it was nice that Eugenia was teaching her son how to cook. It was very, domestic.
I can't even because he was like Toya. It's like,
I like Toya sometimes, but then sometimes I can't. I'm just shaking my head. I'm just Toya. Hey, Yvette. Sometimes
at this
Toya, I'm
point,
just
Eugene, like, because we can't even blame Toya for this behavior anymore. I don't even
Eugenia
blame
be
Toya right
fixing
now. I'm
plates.
blaming
Eugenia,
Eugenia.
no. Let's skip to the end. Eugenia, you fixing plates at the events now for your wife?
Serving.
Eugenia, come on. I mean, I'm not necessarily traditional. It's got to be this type of way, but I just feel like if a man is married to a woman, I mean, do you respect your husband at all? Like, where's the
If a
respect?
working man is married to a woman,
Yes,
that
if a
if
working
a
man is married to a
provider is
woman.
married to a woman, because he seems like he's a great provider. Like he seems like he cares about Toya. He's very catering and
It
doting
was
to her.
cute. It was nice that she was teaching her daughter how to cook for everybody and have a nice dinner party. It was real cute.
Those steaks did look good.
The steaks were cute. She know what steaks to get. It was real cute.
Well, at least Toya knew how many potatoes to buy. She said, just get 10 of them.
Toya said, "Fix her a plate," as she watches y'all cook. She said, "Fix her a plate."
That is so like. See, Heavenly would never.
Heavenly would never, and I can
Would never.
appreciate Heavenly for that. So we're gonna move forward to Dr. Jackie hiring a new doctor. I love to see it. The new doctor seems like she's ready for work.
I want to work. I would be ready for work too if I'm getting Gucci bags.
Let me tell you, I'm finna apply to Dr. Jackie practice because when she said they get off at 2:30, I started go. I was like, hold up, y'all got application? Let me put in the application.
Right.
Dr. Jackie, if you are watching, I've worked in OBGYN practices before. I will.
Throw up your resume, though.
I know insurance. I know about IUDs and stuff.
Right.
Let me do an interview.
Right. You like, oh, you can fulfill a claim.
I get off at 2:30.
You're doing all that.
I do all of that. I call the patients to make sure they're ready for their appointments.
Right.
You
like
know,
he doing reminder calls. What you need. You need a claim filed. I got
serious.
it. You need a room prep. I did it.
I'm serious. I'm about to apply for Dr. Jackie practice. Now
you get a Gucci.
You get Gucci bags when you start,
and then the doctor act like it was nothing. Like they were so like, yeah.
And then she was talking about pink gloves. I thought that was cute. She was like, "Can we get pink gloves?" And she was like, I don't want my money messed up. Yeah, that costs.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Jackie.
She ain't that fabulous. Now.
Dr. V. Miss V. Dr. Jackie. You could spring for the pink gloves. You sprung for the Gucci. I guess she like, you want Gucci or pink gloves? I'll be like, I'll take the Gucci.
I'll take the Gucci.
Get them pink gloves. We deal with the blue and the purple. That's it.
And I feel like that's nice because a lot of companies don't really give you like a gift when you start anymore. It used to be when you start at a company, you get all types of stuff. Now they're just like, okay, come in on Monday, we're going to put you here and that's it.
No starter pack. But her starter pack included a Gucci bag, and she was like, "We wear Gucci here in the office." So Dr. Jackie like, "You don't know?"
She was pretty cute. I don't know if she's married or not, but she was cute. She came.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she seemed like she was intelligent and everything. I schedule the appointments. I do all of that.
Right. I'm doing room prep. I'm doing all that. Like, what do you need?
But she said 2:30. I was sold, you guys, and I'm for real.
Hey, Ray Bay.
I might do a pop up. I'm gonna do a pop up. I'm gonna just show
Right,
that.
just slide, just slide through, with your
I
slacks.
seen y'all on TV, and I just want to give y'all my resume.
Right, Shady sliding through his slacks. He gonna have his slacks on, sliding through like.
I'm not
Excuse
playing.
me.
I'm not playing. Eugene is a great role model for his girls, except for the financials. Yeah, she know how to keep the house. She know how to make sure she cook, clean, make sure the house is ready for her wife. It's cute. So Dr. Jackie, they talk about Dr. Jackie being OCD, which she is.
Very much so.
She is. I hope she admits that. But it's good to see Black successful people on TV. That's another thing that I can appreciate on this show is you can see Black excellence, and I just love it.
That's one thing I like about the reality shows. Some of them, especially like Married to Medicine, because growing up we didn't have a lot of that. We just had like the Cosby Show, maybe. That was about our only vision of Black excellence. Like we didn't see all that on TV. Like, every other show was good times. These scratching and surviving. So you didn't see people with this type of wealth and these people put in these doctors in these positions. You didn't see Black, especially female doctors.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice to see. So we're going to move forward to Eugenia and Toya. Eugenia has got a new job as an oncologist, urgent care. And good for him. Good for you that you were able to transition out of emergency room. But just to let you know, because I work in oncology, you think you're getting a break, but you're not.
Yeah.
There are so many cancer patients.
And then that's another thing, because that's like personal death.
It's personal, and it's so many, and you gotta treat every case like it's every case is important.
Yeah, because that may be a little more stressful than ER.
Yes, because people are often in their emotions. I've learned that working in oncology, people are in their emotions, and sometimes they take it out on the staff. But we are not supposed to take abuse, but because when I report stuff, it's like, well, you just need to get over it.
But you just over here complaining.
Even though they was wrong and they shouldn't have did it, you shouldn't, that's part of your job. It's a part of it.
Yeah, so I think that's a little more stressful and maybe a little more draining than ER, because at least with the ER, you don't know these people. You don't have that type of attachment to them. So when you see them, like, it's either they come in, they may, and then you don't deal with the family no more. But in oncology, you have a personal one-on-one relationship with that patient until they, move on to the upper room.
Whatever happens.
With the family, you get to know the family. So now you're dealing with the family grief and stuff like that. So that's a lot on you as a person, because just, that alone could be stressful, especially when you're dealing with the same patient for months, and then they're certainly gone. That's a lot of stress.
It is very stressful, and these patients are coming in daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They have to be there to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to know them personally. They get to know you. It's really a different experience than working ER, because they come and go in ER. They come in one day and they're out. But oncology, they're there every day, or they're there once a week, or they're there. They have a cycle. Everybody has a cycle on.
Right. I think he got into because he was trying to get away from that. He said the ER was stressing him out, and the stress.
Okay, you don't want to go into oncology.
Right. That's what I said. Because when he said oncology, I'm like, sir,
ER stressing you out.
Yeah, oncology is going to be worse, because just dealing with the same, like working in any type of oncology, hospice or anything like that, and you see in these patients, and you get to know them, you become, like somewhat attached to these patients. Like, oh, I see Mr. Brown. Hey, Mr. Brown. The next thing you know, Mr. Brown bed empty. Mr. Brown didn't come in. No, Mr. Brown. You like, oh, that's like a weight, like.
And y'all, I'm making fun, but yes, I did like the scene where he was cooking with his son. That was nice. But I did see like some dynamics that I didn't necessarily agree with in the mix.
But we did see that, Toya is trying to preserve a little money because I don't think, she's like trying to push it like, oh, he wanted a dinner or whatever because, Toya would have won extravagant. But I guess, she's.
But he wanted to do a dinner party, so I mean, how extravagant?
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
it was $300.
It's Toya. It's Toya.
It's Toya, but you're renting and you're in the negative. So
this is why I'm glad to see that she had that little intimate dinner party for her son and nothing extravagant. Especially,
y'all should have had hamburger helper. If y'all was gonna be, y'all gonna have a look. You know what? Instead of hamburger helper, y'all should have had hot dogs and some burgers.
See, those kids couldn't go for hot dogs and burgers. The way Eugenia down to the thing cooking.
Eugenia can cook some burgers. She can cook.
But he's like, he doesn't want burger. What kind of steak he asked for? Because I was like, sir.
He asked for a specific steak.
Yeah, because he asked for, I think, was it the Kobe cut?
I think it's a little small circular steak.
No, he wanted a certain cut because at the time, whatever cut he wanted, I know that cut was expensive because I'm like, they don't even sell that cut in certain areas. Like, you have to go. Like, when I want that cut, I would have to go downtown.
They rent in a nice area.
Yeah, like, you can't go to the regular supermarket and get that cut he asked for. And for him to ask for that specific cut, sir.
At least he knew what he wanted. So good for him.
Was he watching Bobby Flay?
Oh, he knows how to cook. His daddy mama told him how to cook because he got to, cook for his wife. That's how he got Toya. So he teaching his son how to get a wife. So good for him. He's able to create his own schedule for his oncology practice. That's probably the best thing. That's probably what he wanted was he wanted to probably have more control of his schedule and his life, which is kind of
Toya took control of that too.
So, I mean, maybe that's why he wanted to leave ER, but good for him.
But did you see how Toya made it about her? Him getting a new job and him getting a new schedule that he's more comfortable with. She twisted it and made it about her. Like, now we could go on vacations. Now we could go, like, girl.
She always want to spend money. Like, break up with her. Get with somebody from the hood who know the struggle, who ain't trying to go back.
At this point, he doesn't need anybody from the hood. He needs someone that have their own money.
There's some people from the hood that learn how to create, manage their money.
He can't take this chance though, because this is what he did the first time. He can't take this chance because somebody who's not used to having money doesn't understand.
Why do steak?
Because I'm struggling with my little credit cards and I don't even have that high of a limit. So imagine like somebody that don't have that money that's coming into all that money, such as Toya probably, and they're having that money. You spend, and you think so. He needs someone who's used to that money. That's used to the money. It's not something new to them. They don't want to spend it all. They like, they'll put that in the bank. We don't need to go on vacation right now, But Toya, like every vacation, let's go. Mm-hmm. Where we, let's go. She's gonna be spending all that money.
I don't need to have a Wagyu steak. I'm good with a regular steak. It could be a chopped steak.
Yeah, Wagyu steak. Like what?
It don't have to be Wagyu for me. It could be a chopped steak. I'm good.
Certain steak cuts are just when you taste certain cuts, you're like, "Ooh, I can't go back to this." I can't.
When your bank account say different, you can. So
yes, you're gonna have to get like the robbers that robbed Anila and be like, "Look, I can't go back." So y'all,
they're gonna be expensive outside. I
can't go back to Chuck, so I'm gonna jump somebody's gate.
So moving forward, we're gonna talk about Simone not being able to finish her own book. That was her own idea, and relying on other people to create her book for her. So she goes and calls Omarosa to give her even more advice on something that she already gave her advice on. If I was Omarosa, I would be charging at this point. All Simone and Cecil are doing is stealing from their friends and Omarosa. They have no original thoughts, no original plan. You don't have no ideas. Why are y'all thinking about writing books and y'all don't even have the vision? The first step is the vision, you guys.
And the point is, and they missed the whole point of the book because the point of the book was married couples and stuff. So wouldn't it be a pertinent point that you was on the verge of divorce and you stopped it? So we want to know what caused you to be on the verge of divorce and what brought y'all back together. That would be the highlight of the book, because a lot of people
was right. Omarosa gave great advice, and I feel like she really did. Both times that she talked to them, she gave them really good advice. But my thing is, you didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that.
This is why I didn't understand why was
writing a book.
They writing a book like Cecil. If you're gonna write a book about how to mix some drinks, then I'll read it. Like, you're gonna tell me how to make a good screwdriver, how to mix some drinks down to the bar. I'm here for it. And I don't want to hear it.
Was it me, or I felt like Simone and Cecil don't have any chemistry anymore? It doesn't seem like they're intimate anymore, like that.
They been. I mean, that's why he stayed down to the bar.
Because he was like, we definitely need counseling. Because the way he was looking, I could see it in his face, and I could see it in Simone's face. They were just staring at the camera, and production is so shady. They got you staring at the camera, looking crazy.
But like, what would you think? And I don't want to discuss it. That would be one of the main focal parts.
She said that would be hurtful to our marriage, and he had a whole woman in their marriage, and I don't.
Right, and if you are not going to survive speaking on that, like, this can be damaging to our marriage. Even bringing it up. Why are you trying to write a book, ma'am? This is not your time. It's not your season to write a book. Then probably maybe 5 years later, when you're over it, a little more comfortable with the situation, to be able to speak about it. But if you're not able to speak about what caused, the almost demise of your marriage, I don't want to hear it.
I mean, shout out to them, but I mean, I like Simone, but I need Simone to be real about her marriage. If your marriage is not perfect, do not write a book trying to tell other people how to live.
And even if it's not perfect, tell us about it not being perfect. That is the point. We want to know what kept you guys together. Mm-hmm. What caused you to be on, what pushed you so far that you were willing to divorce your husband, and what brought you back? That should be the focal point of the book, because a lot of people go through that. They be on the verge, like, you be like, oh, I'm drawing up these divorce papers.
Is it because your husband gained a lot of weight and he wasn't making enough money? But we're gonna move forward to
poor Cecil. Cecil needs to be a bartender at this point. I need Cecil I think he'll make a good bartender. Well, he did do a good job, young. So he was real comfortable behind the bar and to watch what happens live.
Keeping up drama, and that's all he good for. So we're gonna move forward to Toya's son's birthday party. He invited the kids over. They seemed like they was having a good time. Eugenia makes a comment about presenting meat to the kids. The kids start laughing about, Eugenia saying that she was presenting meat when she don't have any. So that was funny.
That was the most meat he held in his hand.
That was the meat you're looking for in the worst in New York. So Heavenly, we're gonna move to Heavenly. Heavenly mom passed, and this was the part that made me like tear up, because I can identify with this. Heavenly mom passed. And she was saying on her deathbed that she wanted her and her sister to get along. And I felt that. Mm-hmm. I feel like, family, we should try to work it out. I know it's not always easy. I know it's a lot of drama in families. But especially brothers and sisters, there is a special bond because you did grow up together. I don't know what, Heavenly said that there was opposites, but me and my siblings aren't necessarily all the same, but at the end of the day, we still have this bond. They know they can call me if they need me. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's sad that on her deathbed that she was worried about her daughters. And the part that really sent me was when Heavenly said that she spoke to a prophetess, and her mom was having leg issues, and she was saying that now she's dancing and she's happy and she's dancing. That part made me tear up. Like, that part, I wish I could have got a message from people that went on and had, let us know that you're okay. Let us know that we don't have to, worry about you anymore.
Yeah, usually if you ask for signs and you'll get them. Sometimes you will
get them.
You have to just ask.
and it might be the subtlest thing. Sometimes you might hear their voice,
I smell
or
them.
sometimes you might
I
smell
can
their
smell my
cologne.
great grandmother. I can smell her. Like if I want her,
Mm-hmm.
like I can literally smell her coming the road.
And I
Like,
feel like they do come back sometimes, and sometimes you can hear them, or they'll call you. And, I know it sounds weird,
no, it doesn't
but
sound weird to me. I get that all the time.
but I've had moments where I felt like I know that's not my granddad. I just heard. I felt like I heard him.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel that way, and you just like, oh, you write it off like, oh, maybe I'm just imagining it, but maybe something else is going on. So I felt,
Yeah, it's always something else going on. Oh, trust me, I know. Because like my grandmother would come and play with my great grandmother would come play with my feet. That's why I don't put my feet out the covers. Like my feet always has to be covered. Because she'd always play with my feet, and if I could feel somebody tickle my feet, and then I know it's her, not cover my feet. So I don't like to have my feet out at all because she will come mess with them. But it's signs they're there with us all the time.
And I felt heavenly, what going through the thing with her mom and watching her mom struggle. I know what it's like to watch a family member go through sickness, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can say to make it better, and to watch them suffer is like the worst thing. And for her to get that message that she's dancing, I would have burst out in tears. I would have. She probably did, but she don't want to show it. Heavenly is that person. She don't want to show her emotion too much. And I can understand that, but that part kind of,
Yeah, I'm glad she got the message from her mother just to give her a little sense of comfort and to know that her mother's okay, because that's mostly like that we want to know, like, are they okay? Because it's like this big dark hole. Like, where do they go?
That means
because a lot of you get so confused about crossing over and going up to the upper room. Oh, whatever. Because it's like
it seems like scary. It seems like a scary thing, being on the other side, but because we don't know.
Yeah, it's like you'd have no knowing.
But for her to say to the prophetess, that she was dancing, I thought that was a really uplifting moment, and that would have made my day. But moving forward, we're gonna go to Jackie's party where she don't want these Negroes in her house. She don't care if it's cold outside. Y'all gonna be outside. Y'all not finna tear my house like y'all tore up Quad house. I don't. She's not renting. She's owning her home. So she's making y'all eat outside. Especially she invited Toya and Heavenly, so she gonna make y'all eat outside for the most.
Right, you won't see what I got. Y'all will not.
And for me, I would have never came to an outside party in the winter. I'm sorry. I know it's cold in New York in the winter. It's cold down here in the winter to me. So there's no way I'd be outside having a party in the winter. And I know it was cold outside. So no.
Right, because I'm not, I'm not trying to eat a hot link with my snorkel on.
And this part killed me. This Heavenly be reading.
Heavenly is out of control. Yes, please. Because I was like, Heavenly turns the party.
So they was getting the food from the food truck, and then Heavenly was like to Simone and Toya, so you're not gonna get a plate for your man, because Heavenly submissive. And, Simone was like, no, she don't respect Cecil. And I think that's the most important thing is respect. I don't think it's like your duty or anything, like a woman has to do anything for a man or her husband, but it's a respect thing.
It is, and nobody serves my husband not unless I tell you to.
Right. You
bet not hand my husband a plate. Like,
and for Eugenia to be over there fixing plates for his wife and bring a wife a plate and Heavenly looking at it and laughing. That part sent me.
But Toya don't give a damn. Toya wrote and she's like, I just fixed it. I just fixed Daddy a plate. I just fixed Daddy a plate. She was like, Eugene, can you make me one?
No, Eugene making her a plate.
Yeah, that's what I said. When she said she just finished fixing her husband a plate, Toya looked up like, oh, y'all done served the food. Eugene, make me a plate. Like,
No, I don't think she even had to say anything to Eugene.
No, but she said it to him. She was like, Eugene, you can fix me a plate? And he was like, yes, Toya. I was like, wow.
And then Heavenly said, most men like to be catered to, except for Eugene.
The shade of it all.
That part, I was hollering. I was like, Heavenly, stop, please.
Heavenly, that. Why would you say that?
That was funny to me. That was funny.
It was, but why would you?
That was funny. Then Anila calls, and then the ladies ask a whole bunch of questions. And Contessa throws a little shade. She says that, she feel like she's targeted, but I don't feel like there was anything of Anila's that I would necessarily want. Well, you might not see in value in what she has, but somebody know how to sell stuff. These people in the hood,
right.
They know how to get it and sell it in a minute. That stuff be gone.
They done stole it at 12 p.m. By 12:15. That stuff is gone.
And they will sell it for way less than it's worth. They'll sell it for $200. They don't care. They just want some money.
Mm-hmm.
So
but they know where to sell these things for, because like a lot of thieves, they're researching this stuff, so they know it's what market to go, because there's certain certain websites where you can sell certain things. So that stuff is gone.
And Anila crying over empty boxes. Ugh. I'm sorry. Anila cried over empty boxes. I can't, but I understand, because I was upset when I got robbed.
I'm so glad, God forbid. I'm so glad that never happened to me. Like someone never.
It's a violation. Let me tell you, it's a violation, and it'll change your whole outlook on everything.
Because me just thinking about it now, like like for you, like my little stuff, like because I'm a hoarder of some sort. It's not crazy, but just my little stuff, like my little scissors and stuff. Don't touch my stuff.
It's a total violation. It really is, and it really messes with your head, and it makes you not trust people. So
yeah, because
I can really understand that. She feels like she's been targeted. She feels like Toya put a hit out on her.
Well, because according
in
to
the neighborhood.
What's the persuasion lady name?
Zayna.
The other persuasion lady. The Carol.
Carrie did an interview with Heavenly on her YouTube page not too long ago, and she made claims that Toya said that there was a hit out on Anila. That Toya said this. I think Carrie is lying? Not necessarily. I'm pretty sure something was said.
Yeah, I don't think Carrie just made that up. I don't
think she's making stuff up, you guys. And for her and Heavenly to be cool and Toya and Carrie to not be cool right now is interesting.
Right. I like to see the dynamic switch between Heavenly and Carrie.
I want Carrie more on the show. I mean, personally, I like Carrie.
I like her, but I could take or leave her. But I do like to see her and
I feel like Heavenly. She could be shady. I feel like she could be real shady.
Very shady. And I like people from London, the English, they're very shady, and they're subtle shade. They can say things and they say it, their accent makes it seem so, and you're like, what did you just say? Like, what?
And she has already done that when she talked about Anila's hair at when they was talking about her looking like an ice skater, at the party.
She done read Anila weave.
Because it was trash. Just because it's long doesn't mean you don't need to brush it.
Yeah, like people think that they put this long, extravagant hair. First of all, you're going to trip yourself. I know, because I fell. Mm-hmm. Like you can't stop this hair all the way down to the ankles and stuff. It's going to mess up your life.
So also Toya, they said Toya had a ghetto party in the neighborhood the same time that Anila was robbed. So they're saying that Toya's ghetto guest robbed Anila's house after the party or during the party. And they came back for seconds because they didn't get all the stuff that they didn't get the first time. So
right, they probably took pictures like, we missed it.
So Toya's ghetto friends from Tennessee or wherever she's from.
She from Detroit, right?
Detroit. They said her ghetto friends now. But you want to be in the neighborhood. You want to be accepted by these people who don't even want you in the neighborhood, who don't, who feel like you can't afford the neighborhood, but you want to be accepted. These same people are accusing you of breaking into somebody else's home or setting up someone to be broken into. So that's unfortunate. And then we have Quad adding to the stuff. So at the party, Toya addresses Quad on lying on her family by saying that Toya's been sleeping legs to the moon, with the people.
But now, do we believe that Toya is having an affair on Eugenia?
I think it's possible. Eugenia can cook. She has a lot of good qualities. Eugenia can cook. She go to work. She teach her kids how to cook and clean. But Eugenia probably not serving,
Yeah, Eugenia is definitely not breaking no backs.
She's not breaking backs.
I don't think she ever broke a back in her life. But I say
anyone. She's not.
Toya is laying flat on her back on the cul-de-sac. She is. She is.
And Toya want her back broke. I can see it in her eyes. She wanted her back broke.
But you said she was longing. You saw the longing in her eyes.
She was longing in her eyes for something else. She was tired of nerds and little Twinkies, and she wanted something more stable and sturdy. So,
but did we hear what Heavenly said again? Another shady moment. Heavenly just had the real shady moments.
Heavenly was
this episode. She was on fire when she walked out and said, "Because my husband got a big."
And that was for Toya. That was for
right.
Toya.
That was directly for Toya and Eugene
We didn't get to that part yet. We didn't get to that part when Heavenly stormed out. So Quad is gossiping about her, and then she said that Heavenly brought it up. Toya said that Heavenly brought it up. Heavenly got mad. Don't put my name in it. Da 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 da. My mama died, and let me storm out. But the door was locked, so she couldn't really get out. And
that was funny.
That's funny. But every time I had a dramatic exit, and I've had a few, I had my exit plans.
Right, you made sure the door. You walked to the door.
I know what door I'm gonna walk out of. I know how to. I've had a few dramatic exits.
Right, but you cleared that out in your head already, like, because, all right, before,
Okay, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bust through this door. I'm going to snatch it open. It's unlocked. If it's locked, I'm going to bust it open. But the door was locked. She come out.
That is so funny. When you done told somebody off, you done said what you said,
You try to get out the door.
And you walk to the door, but you struggling. You like...
Hold on, I wrote it down. Kiss my ass and climb a tree. I haven't heard that one in a while or ever.
Right, and climb a tree, like Heavenly.
Did you see Quad and Heavenly faces when Eugenia brought Toya her plate? I saw them snickering. I saw them.
Yeah, they were like.
I saw them like making little.
And then Toya gonna get asked for the hot sauce. Like, oh, they had hot sauce.
I just.
But you didn't give me no hot sauce, I thought he was going to scrape the hot sauce off the food and scrape it onto hers. The way I thought he was going to just take the hot sauce.
Traditional in a lot of ways, but I do feel like with Eugenia, you be doing it to yourself. You already said you got low testosterone. Now you cooking and cleaning the house after you get home from work, and you fixing plates for your wife.
He has been embarrassed all this season.
What is Toya doing, you guys?
This whole season, Eugene has been. I think Eugene is going to need something. He's going to need some counseling. He's going to need like a gift or something at the end of the season because they done dragged this poor man and his penis through the mud, and it's his wife.
Maybe he can get the D shot. They said they got the D shot out there. Maybe he can get that.
Well, he's going to need an extendo. He's gonna need the D shot.
More
he's gonna need the T shot.
More testosterone.
He's gonna need the B shot, and that's the backbone shot.
Heavenly brought the info to Toya, but at that point where if I'm in a group setting and it's like a half of the group feeling a certain type of way and I don't even know what's going on, please tell me what's going on so I'm aware. I'm not mad at her for that.
Right.
Do I feel like she probably could have told her before that? Yeah. But if I'm in an environment and half of the people is saying that I'm sleeping with somebody, I don't even know what's going on, let me know so I can address it.
I think someone should have said something as soon as they heard it to Toya. Now, should Heavenly have waited till they got on film? No, but
like
it is a show. This is what we came for.
Like I said before, Toya don't have no friends on this show except Simone. And maybe Contessa. But Simone is really your only friend on the show. Just simply says condolence to Heavenly and her mother passing. But
Yes, definitely.
Just simply says, I'm giving Marno taking raw exit on the NOLA trip last season. I didn't watch last season of Housewives, so I can't even tell you what happened.
When they went to New Orleans?
Did they? Because I was over last season so much. I was so over the dungeon and this person slept with this person and all this. And all of that stuff came out before the show came out, and it was just like I was over it. So I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but they just drag. I feel bad for Eugene. Like Eugene is looking back at this. You done said you wanted to sleep, with Karen. Karen doesn't marry.
Do you feel like Toya is spanking Eugenia at home? And
I don't think she's even spanking him because she looks like she would pull out some whips and it's like Toya pull out an outfit. Eugene be like, "What you got on?" Eugene come in like, Toya.
I don't know. Now that you brought it up, it could be a dynamic going on that maybe Eugenia like to be spanked or ate. Lil Boosie came out and said that he want to be ate too. So
now that was how he's been looking for.
Maybe people. Eugenia be getting eat at home. I don't know.
Well, a lot of men do.
Dwayne Wade and Lil Boosie. They call him Lil Bussy.
Yeah, I didn't know that they was ordering it, just out with online.
I mean, he was solicited online for somebody.
Right, this is what I'm saying. I didn't know that, but I know a lot of men, like to put their legs to the moon too. Legs
to the moon.
Legs to the moon.
Put your legs to the moon. Put your legs to the moon in the chat. If you like your legs to the moon, if you want to be ate, you want your bad bro, put your legs to the moon.
Right.
Just simply says heavily exit reminded me of Marno failed exit last season.
When she tried to leave out. I remember with Portia. I think when they was there.
Marno was always failing in life, so I'm not surprised. We get to the dramatic exit. We're talking about the Big D comment that heavily made. That was for Toya.
Definitely was, and that hit. Did you see Eugene face?
Eugene face, and then Dr. Jackie with the shade. In the confessional, because Dr. Jackie be throwing shade to you guys.
Dr. Jackie and Heavenly are the same person. Like I said,
well, at least she didn't say it was small. And then her husband was like, well,
at least At
least she didn't say that. I mean, Eugenia, all you could do is be sarcastic because your wife already put you out there that you're not pleasing her. You're bumping cuckoo in the bedroom. So
I wonder, how does he feel like now that, she's already made these statements that shouldn't have been made as a wife publicly. And now they have a rumor that
I don't think he has a backbone, honestly. I don't think he has a backbone. I don't.
That's why I said he need that B shot. He need the D shot. He need a TDB. He need those 3 shots. He needs his testosterone. He needs his D shot, and he needs his backbone shot.
Jackie be throwing her little shade. Jackie
and Dr. Heavenly is the same person. It's just one is an introvert and one is an outrovert, like Audi, because they think the same. They're thinking the same thing, but Dr. Jackie's a little more conservative to say it. She's not going to say it, so she'll glance over at Heavenly and Heavenly roof and Heavenly say it.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Quad being messy outside talking about Toya's being insensitive, and we got to look at her. We got to look at this person, We got to figure out why she's in a circle. I think, now that I think about it, I think Quad is mad because of what Toya said seasons ago about her not being married to medicine.
Of course, Quad's going to hold a grudge.
And that she should have been kicked out of the circle because she was no longer married. I don't think she ever forgave Toya. And I think she's holding on to that. And now she's using it as, now look at her. We need to get her out the circle. It seems like they're trying to get Toya out. Just my
Yeah, but
opinion.
according to Funky Dineva, he did say, Toya, they say you up, girl.
You in danger, girl. They
You
trying to
in
get
danger,
you
girl.
out. They're trying to put a Mariah on you. They're trying to do the same thing to you that they did to Mariah. I
Yeah,
ain't
because I think
certain
Quad looks like she hold a grudge. Like I said, Quad.
Quad hold a grudge. That was years ago, but now it's all clicking. It was like, oh, you're still mad about that.
Yeah,
You're
because
still
I
mad
think if I
about
was her, I
this.
would still be mad about that too. I would still be mad, and I think I would hold a lifetime grudge for that too. Because
I wouldn't be mad over that because
I
Tori
would
doesn't
be
have no
because for
checks.
you to be my friend, and well, they seemed like they were friendly at the time. They were still friends, even though she was going through a divorce or what have you. They seemed like they were still a circle. You understand? So, but for you to just want to ostracize me from the circle because I'm no longer married. What you think I was gonna be after your no penis having husband? Like what did you think? I got rid of one and I'm gonna go find why are you saying that? I would feel some type of way like, well, I don't think she needs to be around the husband. And the way Toya
I'm
was
not saying Tori was right in what she was saying,
no, but
but
I
feel like
personally
she's
would
holding a
still
grudge.
hold a little grudge for that because I would still be like, I would remember that. That's something that's said to be remembered, especially if it's coming from someone in your circle. Like you can't be around no more because you're no longer married, and you like, whoa, oh, excuse, oh, okay.
But it seemed like they was cool after that, but it just seemed like
But I wouldn't forget. Like we could be cool and we could be cordial because I'm picking up a check, honey. But I'm not going to forget that you try to be
cut
stupid.
my
My
checks.
check. You try
Yeah.
to be stupid. I've been watching The Serpent Queen and House of Dragons. You try to be stupid my income by trying to say I wasn't married. You know, like
But
that
Toya
was
don't
wrong.
stop no checks. Toya barely getting checks. So
Right, but you were trying to cut mines by saying that. Now, what if everybody would have hopped on that bandwagon, which they did for a minute?
They did.
They did for a minute, and she would have been out for good. Like,
They
now
did,
I just got a
and
divorce.
Mariah was on it, and they got Mariah out. So the next person to get out is Toya. They trying to get Toya out, in my opinion. They're making her look like a horrible person. Some of the things she does is wrong, but y'all are adding extra sauce to it. So that's all I got to say. That's how it ended.
Right, and if y'all ain't got no proof that she had somebody jump the gate and go down to Neela's house and in them closets, don't be saying that.
Yeah, that was a mean accusation to make, and you know these accusations carry weight. So I think
I still would be side eyeing you. Like Toya, I would be side and we wouldn't be filming together. Because if I really think, or if I had an inkling, or I had a feeling that you would do something like that to girl, it's just gonna be. I can't be around you because it just may be on site at any moment. Right. I may look over at you and get angry and just ding 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 ding. You know what I'm saying? So let me stay away from you.
And let me say this: Married to Medicine is already bringing more than this past season of Housewives. Apparently, I did see the new housewife, or I don't know if she's going to have a peach or if she's going to be a guest.
On Potomac?
On Atlanta, there's a new lady. Did you see her?
No.
Let me see if I can pull her up. There's a new woman that's filming because they started filming today. Let me pull her up for you guys on my phone. Hold on, this not her. Because I saw it earlier today. I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but yeah, the new housewife is filming with the ladies, and all the ladies are back. This is her, you guys.
Oh wow, she's pretty, very attractive.
So her name is Janelle Stevens.
And this is for Atlanta?
Atlanta. Janelle Stevens.
That name sounds familiar. What did she do?
I have to find. I just saw this today, so I need to find out who she is. But Love B. Scott, if you know who he is, go on his website. That's who wrote the story about her filming.
Oh yeah, I follow her, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, Janelle Stevens. She is. Just simply says she is the founder of Camille Rose Naturals. So
her name sounds really familiar.
She's a businesswoman, so she's gonna be on Atlanta. I don't know if she's gonna have a peach or if she's a guest, but since it's the beginning of the season and they're talking about her, maybe she does have a peach. But
Yeah, but I hope this new blood, there's some new blood and there's some action, and it
they
keeps
said
our.
Portia back too. So,
Well, I know Portia gonna bring it. Portia and Simon, they coming through. The Gabadias is coming through.
I can't stand them, but I'm ready for them to be on the show. Bring Nene back for all of that. Bring Nene back. Bring Nene.
I'm gonna need Nene. I don't want Nene fully back, but I do want to. Hey, I like once in a while.
She's married with 5 children and is a very successful businesswoman. She's very successful in business. So,
wow. Okay, let's see what got.
Good for her. She's very pretty.
Yeah, it's very attractive. You said that her name sounds familiar, so maybe I heard her.
Janelle Stevens. Once again, this is her. This is what she looked like. It's gonna be. We're gonna see more of her, but this is her. This her right here.
Okay, so I guess Monietta didn't make the cut.
Monietta ain't said 2 words. You tried to do a little bit of something, but
she didn't jump in. I needed her to double dutch in. When you're doing double dutch, she was doing one of these. Like she didn't really jump all the way in. Like
some people are so scared not to be liked. Just go ahead and say what you got to say, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, she did. Do the double dutch. Thing.
You're trying to be liked so much that you're not giving, and that's what you can't do to be a good housewife. You can't be afraid to get ugly.
Yeah, and then probably with Monietta too, like the real dirt that we want to know, she probably is uncomfortable with talking about because she is remarried now. So it's hard for, especially sometimes your current husband to want to hear you bring up your old husband, like, why are you still talking about him? But it's interesting. We want to know, like, girl, like, how did he tell you to get rid of your tubes? How?
Just simply says, apparently Monietta got into an argument with Marlo and Podesha cut it out, probably because it wasn't given. Like most of the season. If it was given, they would have put it on the show. Thick Girl says she said her and Marlo got into it, but they didn't show that scene. It probably wasn't given, you guys.
Right.
It probably wasn't nothing. Like, if they, as much as they needed content, I'm sure if it was a good argument, they would have put it on there. And she would have been at the reunion.
Yeah, because they needed. Yeah, she wasn't even at the reunion. Like I said, wow.
She wasn't even at the reunion. They didn't ask her to come. They didn't ask her to fix a plate for nobody. But I wish
she could have treaded across the moat. You know what I'm saying? Across the, she could have, stuck her toe in the water.
She's open to filming with Neo for RHOA. I'm sure because she wants to be on RHOA. And I'm sure maybe Neo likes the attention because, she's
and especially right now and what's going on with him and his current wife, Crystal. I think this would have been an excellent moment for Monietta if she had jumped in this season for this current season that's coming up. Could have really got up in the mix and she could have been like, been one of the shady, like, well, that's what she get for stealing my man. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't,
If Neo comes on, that would be a catalyst for Monietta to get a peach, but at the same time, she's not with him. Her husband has to bring it too. So
yeah, but I think her husband would have jumped in if she jumped in. Because he was looking a little nosy. He was looking like he was with it. But I think he was holding back because she held back.
Both, I feel like they held back, but you can't just, her husband can't sit there and be white. You got to come in and do something. You got to say,
hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Mace, do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
All I got to say is I cannot wait till next week's episode because I need to see my Gemini sister body, Contessa look good.
She did look good. And I'm happy.
She looked good.
She did look good. She better than me because I'm
like, but where did this come from? I need to know where did this come from because when you was just walking down the thing and
starvation diets, more liquid diets.
Yeah, because like, girl, I did not see all these cuts and whatnot. Like,
and she probably been working out. She probably been working out, you guys.
Girl, and the way the magic of TV, child, because the way she was standing up there cutting oiled up.
He showed her how to pose, so he showed her like this, Be ready.
Because Contessa almost had me wanting to take Bridget. What's the Britain's position? She was looking good on that stage. Contessa.
Bev said hi. Hey, Bev.
Hey, Babs.
So thank y'all for joining us. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Anyone who's catching the replay, let us know how you're liking the videos. And we're going to be back next week with Married to Medicine. And the following week, we'll be starting Potomac, you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to Potomac. I need to get down on the Potomac.
I'm glad Atlanta is over. Bye. We'll see y'all next year.
Right, you're like, peace.
Bye. So Married to Medicine is giving. So Potomac is gonna give. So we're due, for a little bit of drama. So I'm ready. So thank y'all for joining us tonight. Make sure y'all, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and y'all be safe, you guys.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.